Hey there everyone, welcome back to Gamevine, and my name is Dave, and today we are going to review Smart 10. Let's do it. Now, Smart 10 is a review copy from White Castle Games. Thank you so much for your support, I really do appreciate it. Now, this is a party game. It's a trivia game in that realm, and gotta be honest, I don't like the kind of trivia party games because my general knowledge isn't that vast, and sometimes when I get stumped I feel dumb, so I kind of steer away from these games. But Smart 10 is different because it asks you one question but there's 10 answers, so you're bound to at least know one. Well, at least you would think so. It has a interesting contraption where you're popping these little buttons off. It actually won the Game of the Year 2017 in Sweden. So with that being said, let me show you the production of this game, and then I'll tell you what I think. Well, before I'll show you how to play, then I'll give you my thoughts. Let's go. Alright, so what you see is what you get. You get this contraption right here, and you can put this side part on it if you can figure it out. I can't. Once I took it off, it just wouldn't go on. But you don't necessarily need it because you're going to be taking these cards out. Now, this contraption is interesting. You have the dials here. They are useless. I'm going to say that right now. Sometimes they would just get moved when you're passing, and sometimes they're just in between. And just use a pen and a piece of paper is what I'm saying. So, these little parts here, it asks a question, and you have to pop these off right here. And for little fingers, I'm going to tell you, they're going to be an issue. For me, sometimes they give me a little bit of resistance, like this one is being troublesome. Yeah, see, like this is being a butthead, and it just, when you're trying to pass this and get the game going, well, that is just going to stall it out. So the production of this device is, I would say, so-so. It's interesting looking. The cards are thin, but they're resilient enough, and there's a whole bunch of them. So they have, they say 200 questions with 2,000 possibilities of answering them. So they got the back side and the front side. So it's basic. They look like a D, so for Dave. So, okay, that's basically it. Now let me explain this game a little bit more. I did want to point out the box here, which is interesting. It holds it. It's way bigger than what it needs to be. Okay, so like I said, pull a few cards out so you have some room. The name of the game is to get 30 points, and each time you pop one of these off, well, you get a point. And after you get all 10 questions, then you will flip the card out and do it all over again, or you'll just pass it if you don't know the actual answer and start it up. Now, when you pass it, you won't lose a point. You just don't get an opportunity to get a point. And you can pass this over and over again, which will allow somebody to sweep the whole board if they know that category really well. Now, these questions are just one end of the spectrum to the other, and I think they try to cover everyone, but I think they tried too hard. So let's go over one right now. Let's do a random one here. Okay, so yeah, I happen to know this one here. How many players per team are on the field? And I know a few of these. I know that basketball has how many players on the team are on the field. Okay, so baseball is 9 for everybody. I know that. And where is football? 'Cause I can tell you football. Do they have football on here? No. So volleyball, I would say 2, 6. Oh, see, I got that wrong. And nothing would happen if you get it wrong. You just basically are passing. Basketball is 5 players. So I know a few of these, but there are some like cricket. There's just no way I know cricket. There's 11 players in cricket. So you'll be popping these off, passing this back and forth, and essentially trying to get to 30 points. And some of these are much harder than others. Like the next one in here, let's see what it is. How many? Okay, so this is kind of cool. It's just how many is months with 31 days, 7. But then you get to stuff like this. Whew. Now, I did Algebra 2, and that's about as high as I got, and I forgot a lot. So all of this is completely foreign to me right now. So stuff like that is in there. There are Disney songs and Disney characters, I think. So it has a little bit of everything, but that's how you play the game. So now let me give you my thoughts. So that is how you play Smart 10. So let's go ahead and give this a grade. It gets a 67 from me. It got better than normal trivia games, in my opinion. I guess that's a plus, but it has so many issues with it. Like I said, the little buttons, little fingers might have issues trying to pop them off. Sometimes it got in a weird position and I had trouble popping them off. And the little like dials, you could have saved money and not had anything like that. So, and the demographic that they're trying to hit here, with the nature of the questions, I don't know exactly who they're shooting for. It's not necessarily kids, and it's adults, and I don't know what region it's really for. I guess Sweden has a lot of these kind of knowledge general questions, so maybe the translation got a little bit lost on me, but I don't know. There were times where I was just stumped. Even on 10 questions, I couldn't give you one, and that should not have happened. Maybe I should be more cultured, but still, there are some of these questions that are just ridiculous. Like some of the football questions, I don't watch football at all. There's no way I would have known that. So if you have a soccer or a football player in your family, well, they're going to nail that, but you are going to be stuck there basically passing these things off and letting them get the whole card and wiping it and getting 10 points for themselves. And thank goodness for the 50-50 questions, because those really help me out. Even if you don't know any of the answers, you have a 50-50 chance. And I think that's where they try to mitigate some of that annoyance, I would say. And they did that well. And again, I am recommending this over other trivia games that are in the party realm, because there are 10 answers, and there were some cards I just had fun with, and me and my partner passed it back and forth, going over and over again, and then I'd get stumped by another card, like a scientific card that I had no knowledge of whatsoever. So be it as it is right now, I can't necessarily recommend this, but if you like trivia and you like party games, well, this is going to be a hit in your household, and you know if you want it, and it's going to be in the description below so you can pick that up. So thank you again, White Castle, for providing us with this copy of the Smart 10, and thank you, Vi Nation, for clicking like and subscribe and visiting us here on this review. You could have been anywhere, but you're here with me, and that touched me down to the very last part of my heart. Until the next time that I see you, have a great rest of your day and a great time with all you play. I'm Dave, and I'm out. Bye. Vi Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance the dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.